Hey guys, all I'm at a garage back there. We got a 2003 F-250 with a 7.3 in it. We did some other stuff for the customer here. Did a belt tensioner, did an idler pulley, changed the belt out on it because it was all dry and crusty. He wanted me to flush his power steering system, said his pedal's been a little bit mushy, so we're going to see if that will clear up his mushy pedal and get this whole hydro boost and power steering system flushed out. This will work from 99 to 2007 Super Duties, so y'all stick with us and let's flush this system. The first thing you have to do is we disconnected this line right here. We have a hose hooked up to it now, but this is the line that went to it. Right there, you can see it loose. So it comes around, loops over your hydro boost here and hooks onto that fitting that's pointed right out this direction. So we got this hose hooked up. We got it run into a empty milk jug here so we can catch all of our fluid as we flush it out. And try to use something clear. It's easier to see that way, so you can tell when you start getting nice clean red fluid. We're using Mercon 5 to flush through this today, synthetic transmission fluid. This takes trans fluid. This does not take power steering fluid like traditional power steering systems. We got our cap off of our pump. We have a funnel down in there, so the whole process with this is going to be the motor is going to be running. We're going to pour some fluid in. We're going to do the steering. We're going to pump the brake pedal, and it's going to squirt power steering fluid, or sorry, transmission fluid out of the power steering system into this jug right here. We're going to do that. The goal is to flush 4 or 5 quarts through this whole system, and it should be all nice and clean then. It should have none of the old fluid in it and get any trash that's out in it. So let's get started and do this. So first off, if you have a helper that can help you on this, it makes it a lot easier. So somebody can just sit in there, you'll tell them turn the wheel a few times, pump the brake pedal a few times, top the fluid off. You don't want to let this run dry while you're doing this because you'll get air on the system, and you'll have to do the bleeding process to bleed the air out of this pump. So if you have somebody that can sit in the cab and do that for you, you can watch the fluid and fill it up with the trans fluid as you go. I don't, so I'm gonna be going back and forth, but we're gonna get started and flush this up. So what I'm doing every time I fill it up is I'm coming in here and I'm taking the wheel. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm pumping the pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's kind of pushing the limit. It's taking the fluid from right there at the very top when I fill it up to close to the bottom of that well on the neck of your power steering pump. So that way you know you're not running it dry. You can do 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 pumps without running it dry. All right, we got it all flush. Nice clean fluid down in there now. This is what we started out with. Looked more like used motor oil with a touch of red to it. And then this was the last little squirt I did. So what I do a lot of times is I'll start with a jug like that. When I know I'm getting close and seeing how clean it is, I'll swap to something smaller and clear and do a little test run, which I did this 2 or 3 times. I filled this up one more time because it still wasn't as clean as I wanted. And after that quart, I did this little test run. And it's pretty clean, almost looks like it came out of the bottle right there. So we did 4 quarts, so we flushed through it all together. And we're gonna take it for a drive now. So pedal feels much more firm. Feels like it takes a lot less effort to stop the truck just as good as it did before. Steering is smoother. So flushing fixed it. I hope you enjoyed the video on flushing this power steering system on here. Really easy, something you can do at home. Really not even make a big mess out of it as long as you do it right. The only other tip I could give you would be to use a clear hose. I didn't have a clear hose here today. I'd used all my clear hose up. So you can see when the fluid starts to change, to go from that black to a little bit more reddish as it goes. And as soon as you got a good, nice, clean red flow of fluid, then you know you've got it all flushed out right, instead of just looking at the jug. So that's the only other thing I could give you a tip on for that. So it's Automotive Garage sign out. Y'all like, subscribe, comment. Check us out at Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble also. Don't forget to hit the notification bell below. Check out all of our other videos we got on Powerstrokes, diesels, Ford, all that kind of stuff on the channel. So check those videos out. We'll holler at y'all later.